Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and our teardrop trailer, which is nearly complete. Today we're going to do a little bit of show and tell. We're going to take it out, we're going to tow it to a place, and we're going to do a little bit of a walk around and show you some of the little things that I did to it and make a day out of it. It's going to be fun. But there is one more little thing that I want to do before we take it out on the road, and if you stick around, I'll show you what that is. Alright, so we've got our little simple setup for shore power, and it goes right into the back, right behind the refrigerator. So if I'm in the back, I can plug things into that, charge my phone, charge any device that I want, or I can plug in some lights. Whatever I want to plug into that, I've got some power. But I don't have power inside the cabin, so we're going to go ahead and install just a simple outlet inside, and I'll show you why. So what we are going to need is from Journeyman Pro, all we've got is just a little pigtail. It's got the little 15 amp female receptacle, and we need to punch a hole into the cabin wall and slide this through. That way we can plug it into our little power strip. Voila, we've got power. And part of the reason I want to do that is because I've got myself a little comfort zone 200 watt heater. So on a chilly night, this will take the edge off and work real good. I got this off of Granger, Granger.com, and I don't remember what the price is, $20, $30, something like that. But I think that's gonna work pretty good. 683 BTUs and draws about 1.6 amps. So 200 watt. If I had an inverter hooked to my battery, I can plug this in and keep myself warm at night. So we're going to get this installed, pigtail, and then we'll be able to try out our little heater and see if that performs so. I think it'll do good. Cabin's insulated on top and bottom, and the walls might be a little chilly, but this will take that edge off. So I've got my drill ready, 1 3/4 hole saw, and got some wire clamps. We're ready to start, so let's punch a hole. Alright, so I think I know where I'm going to put this. I want it as close to the side of the wall as I can so it's out of the way. I don't want it dead center of somewhere, cords hanging everywhere. So we're just going to go ahead and find a spot right under this little box right here, and we'll punch a hole, and then we'll worry about how we're going to get the wires installed and locked down, and then we can call that good. So let's go ahead and get a little hole punched in here, get that installed. Okay, I think I got my mark. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a little hole in here. Alright, so my 1/4 inch bit is through, so now we're going to just come from the other side and punch a hole through. Voila! We'll have a hole. So let me get that in there. There we go. Nice clean hole. Now let's get our cable installed. Go, just like that. Let me slide our cup back over. Boom, in like Flynn. Plug that in somewhere. Figure out how we're going to route our cable. We'll call that good. So let's go ahead and get that fastened on the inside and worry about our receptacle here later. Alright, so we got our wire in place. We're just going to go ahead and put a couple of little clamps on here. think I'm going to put one probably about right there, using number 6 by 1/2-inch screws. I think I'll tie that right there. Good. And probably one more about right there to keep the wire away from the refrigerator. Yep, it's going to work. Right there. I still unplug it if I need to and plug it in. I think that'll stay away from the refrigerator. Good deal. Now, we just got to clean up our little mess. Then I'll show you the inside here real quick before I do that. Show you what it looks like, and then we'll clean up, try it out. All right. So I lay me down some paper here to keep all the dust away from my foam. Then all we have to do is pull that down, plug in our heater, or a charger or TV, whatever you want to put in here. Alright, so that's going to work fine. So let's get the mess cleaned up and try it out. Let's try it out. Alright, so I've got things plugged in. Now we just have to flick the switch and see if it works. RCB working. And I think what we can do is test our surface temp out here, let it run for a bit. Ooh, 120.6 degrees. I think that's going to be pretty warm. 139.3. Yeah, that ought to toast it up in here really nice. Good little setup. Move my wires out of the way. Got me a little heater. It works. Alright, I'm happy with that. Alright, now that we've got that little task out of the way, power into the cabin, and a little heater set up, which is going to come in real handy on those little chilly nights. It's going to be plenty warm. I think, you know, there's no thermostat on it, so when you kick it on, it's on till you wake up in the middle of the night roasting, then you turn it off. Flip over, roast the other side. Okay, now the fun part. This is what I've been waiting to do for a long time, and we've got a nice day to do it. We're going to do a little show and tell. So I'm going to pull this out. We're going to hook it up to the chuck, and we're going to go somewhere, and we're going to do a little walk around, see how well this thing looks outside. I'm pretty excited, and hope you stick around for that and see what you think. Alright, so we're at a place called Haystack Reservoir, and I thought we'd drive out here. The day's nice, and we'll do a little walk around. So why don't we take a look at this beast, see what it looks like out in the daylight. So I'm running a 2016 Jeep Wrangler, pulling my little bat cave. Handle's really nice. 1,000 pounds. I probably have about 180 pounds on that tongue with that battery up there, and it pulls just fine. Doesn't bounce around. And it looks pretty cool behind the JK here. Yeah, so it ended up being a nice looking little setup, and I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Well, let me make sure things didn't shake, rattle, and roll, and we'll take a look on the inside. All right. We'll check out the back here first. There we go. Nice little setup, nice and clean. I did end up putting some decals across here on the top. I thought would set it off really nice and neat. And for my drawers, I ended up putting on these pretty cool pull handles. Yep, I'm liking that. Nice little added touch. I think that looks pretty sweet. And of course our switch for our lights. Yep, working just fine. Take a look on the inside here in just 1 second. So for the inside, if we can see in here, if it's not too dark, we added a little touch here. So I've got my nice little comforter, got my pillows, how you like that? I think those turned out pretty nice. Friend of mine, William Schaefer, and his wife Bonnie made these pillows for me, and they live on the other side of the United States, over in Pennsylvania. Very nice people. And he built his own teardrop trailer, and you can see that if you go to the DIY teardrop community and look up William Schaefer, you'll be able to see his teardrop. His turned out so sweet. It's so color coordinated, it blows me away. He did a really good job. And also have me a nice little area that I can hang something here if I'd like. Hang my hat. Yep. Gotta have the Batman. So that's our little walk around for the trailer. Got it out. Traveled some roads a little bit. Ended up at Haystack Reservoir, but the bugs were so thick that I couldn't even open the doors without these things swarming in. So I relocated to a different area just so I could open it up and give you guys a look. And I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. And the inside is just right. Got my nice little theme going, and I hope that you guys like that and don't knock it too hard for the Batman, because well, that's the theme I was going for, and it looks really good behind the JK, and turns heads whenever I'm going down the road. That's what I was looking for. So what's next? I do have an idea for some tables here on each side that I will probably do another video on. We'll get those installed, and I think after that the build is totally complete. But next weekend I am going on to a nice little, I think it's a teardrop gathering over on the other side of the mountain, so it's about a 3-hour drive, and probably spend the night over there and check out some other people's trailers and builds. I think that's going to be fun and it's kind of exciting, so I'll make sure to bring you along. We'll get some nice video of other people's trailers and maybe make a few new friends. So yeah, that's coming along.